What is going on, friends? What is up? JD Laureate here, also known as Ghost Guy Tom. Hello, hello, my spooktacular friends. I know we're 1 minute early. I'm terribly sorry for those of you uh, who are going to be waiting on the dot, but that's okay. We'll be right here. Um, so yeah, hi everybody. Welcome to a fun little tradition that I want to start doing, which is a monthly live. Well, we'll call it monthly. We'll see when that happens. But we're doing a live listen of the newest episode that will release publicly tomorrow. But we did this last on the last release. And it was really funny because I had posted an announcement in our Discord, and there were a couple of you that were online, and you were just like, "Oh God, I have to wait till the morning to hear this." I'm like, do you want to listen to it now? It was like 10:30 at night Eastern time. And we all just got on a call. I think there was like six of us. And we just listened to it. And I got some feedback from y'all, and it gave me a chance to like really just sit and listen to it and make any like tweaks that I wanted to. Um, but yeah, I'm like, let's do that. Let's do that each month. And with a little more notice so I can actually like get people in here. But also, it gives me an opportunity to bring other people from the show in as well. We do have Adrian, who is in the chat as Avernus. Adrian, as you all know, is our dear Lee, Lee Edwards, which is never said in the show. Lee is an acronym. But on the call, I do have Dawn Belland with me. Hello, Dawn.
Hey.
Dawn is our lovely Dr. Edna Martin, and also Opal, and Janet's mom now.
We do a little of everything.
You're like you are more voices in the show than me, and I used to be a bunch of the bit parts, which is always really funny. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I did reach out to Melissa, who plays Janet, but she's actually hanging out with her real mom today. Um, not her fake mom known as
Oh,
Dawn.
she could have been here for the whole thing. I haven't heard from her.
Somebody in our chat said it was 3:30 in the morning. Yeah, that sounds about right. There were a couple of you that are not in the States. That it was like 3 or 3:30 in the morning when we started listening. Like, what is wrong with you people? Oh God. So yeah. Yeah, I wanted to start doing this because this was a lot of fun. I as I mentioned in the little monthly newsletter thing that I put up. I'm gonna do my best to get these done monthly, but I really can't promise that just because I'm an adult with a life outside of this. This is not my career as much as I would like it to be. So I get these out as quickly as I can because it is really just me doing all of the production. Um, but that being said, um, we're just gonna watch Tom here lose his entire train of thought. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, so we got uh the Spotify Wrapped. So Don, you and I were just starting to talk about this, and her real mother, is that allowed? And I mean, yeah, you know what? It's not allowed. And yeah, life happens. Basically, the long and short of it is, I've got a full time job. I've got a full time job. I've got a home to take care of. I've got a family. So I do this on the side. I do this as quickly as I can. Oh, yeah, that's where I was going to go with it. I had a plan. And back when I did the announcement of what this reboot was going to be, I had a really good plan of writing for a couple of months and then recording and then editing. And then before the first release, I was going to have like 5 or 6 episodes done. And I'd have this great little buffer. And I had this plan of like basically write 3 or 4, then record 3 or 4, and then as they release, I can take a little break. But that is not how my brain likes to work. My brain apparently really likes stressful deadlines. So what I've got for you, I literally just finished editing like 2 nights ago. Um, but yeah, that's just how I work under pressure and under stress. So we got our Spotify Wrapped, which I forgot that Spotify does a Wrapped for podcasts. I think I got it for last year, but I don't really remember what I did last weekend, let alone anything I would have got from last year. Um, but Don, you had mentioned that you are always surprised with the reach that this show has because I don't advertise this. I never have.
No, and it's made it out of the country somehow, and not
Yeah.
just once.
Yeah, so I have those stats. And it's wild. I went and looked at it was right after it was like a day or two after we released the new redo. Um and I went in and looked at the analytics and I kind of forgot that the analytics were even a thing. So just as a side tangent. So when I first started doing the show, I used to upload everything to a site called Anchor. Um and Anchor was a free service that basically give you what's called an RSS feed, which is just a string of code that will point to wherever you are hosting your audio, and they can just go out to every streaming service. And so I got an RSS feed and I put it out to Spotify and Apple and literally anybody who wanted to take it, which was also fascinating because like Anchor only gave me like options for like 5 different services. And then I would hear like, oh, you're on like Good Pods. And I'm like, I've never heard of that. I don't know how they got the show, but it's linked back to me. I don't know how they got it, but they were on some weird fucking services that I've never signed up for. I'm okay with that. I'm fucking lazy when it comes to this stuff. I don't know anything about marketing. So if any of you who are watching, if any of you are good with marketing and would like to help me, I can't pay you, but I will give you so much credit. I don't know.
We're given all the credit and love in the world.
Volume is low. I can turn. Here, let me turn. Hold on. I can make a change real quick. Let me know. Is it just me that's low, or is it Dawn as well? Because I can do a thing real quick here. It'll just take me a second, folks. Maybe.
I suppose I have to talk to be checked.
Yeah, probably.
Everything all right.
Probably. Let's see. Let's go here and here. I wonder if this will let me do this on the fly. We're gonna find out.
We're learning.
Yeah, we are learning. Well, what I'm gonna try and do.
Oh, it might just be Mr. Edwards.
Oh, probably. We're just gonna roll with that. It's just Lee. It would be. It would be.
It would be.
But yeah. So I went in. So anyway, the Anchor didn't give a lot of analytics. It would just kind of give you like total listens and like listens per episode, and that was it. Like I didn't know where people were. I didn't know demographics. It gave me no breakdown. A couple years ago, Spotify bought them. Shocking. Spotify gives a lot more data and a lot more information, and I went and looked at it because like I forgot about it entirely. I'm like, let's go to Anchor, and Anchor's like, we don't fucking exist, homie. So I had to go to Spotify for creators. I had to sign up for all the stuff because I hadn't done that. I logged in and realized that we had like over 300,000 listens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, over the lifetime of the show, which is, we started in 2020. And you acted too well, Leah's possessed your speakers. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let me see if I can actually make a quick adjustment with volume. Just because it make life easier here. That's a volume mixer. Well, screw it. Let's break some shit, I guess.
Well, you know what they say about making omelets. Although Thomas can't cook, so.
No, and we don't want Thomas to cook. I mean, he's good with pizza rolls.
But he is an unfrosted Pop-Tart.
He is our collective unfrosted Pop-Tart. Let's see. Okay, where's my source? Oh, I know why. I need that. I need that up. Okay. Don't mind me, just big goof in here. That's why. Okay, I bet if I do this, and I do this, and then I do this, I bet. Maybe? Maybe that will help. That's I can turn this up too. But that's as loud as I can get done. So all right, hopefully that will help a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, back to I'm frequently accused of using my Lee manner of speech in conversation. That's horrifying. Cuz you do, actually.
Yeah, true facts.
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody who knows Avernus in real life, it's just Lee, just like I'm basically just Tom. But yeah, so Spotify Rap shows up, and it's just for Spotify. It doesn't cover anything else. Like I can get more analytics from Spotify, but the Wrapped is just Spotify, and it was just for this year. Which, mind you, we only released 3 episodes: January, March, and then the most recent one in November is all that we've done. And all of you listened 58,000 episodes. 58,000 plays this year. And I don't know how to feel about that.
Good. We feel good, right? And not worried a cult is starting around Thomas.
We that'd be awesome. No, we feel very, very overwhelmed. 2.3 thousand unique listeners.
Wow.
Just under 2,000 new listeners this year. My favorite stat was how many hours were listened, which was 15.9 thousand hours were listened, or it translates to 666 days, which I have a screenshot of that.
Amazing.
21 months. We were heard in 56 countries this year. I'm going to be honest, I couldn't name 56 countries. That's mostly because I'm an American. So, yeah, 56 countries. Our top 5 from 5 to 1: Germany, Australia, the UK, Canada, and the US. The US only makes up 73% of our listeners. So, I think South Africa was number 6, which is also really weird. Like,
very interesting. Yeah.
We are the top 10 show for 694 of you. We are the top 5 show for 353 of you, and the number 1 show for 54 of you people, which you're probably all in this chat. So thank you.
Hi, everybody.
80% of you binged 2 or more episodes per day. We are ranked in amongst some real big podcasts: Ghost in the Burbs, Last Podcast on the Left, Magnus Archives, Small Town Murder, and Scared to Death. Those are big names, especially like Magnus Archives and Last Podcast on the Left. Like, holy shit. So yeah, that's wild. Some of these stats almost made me cry. So thank you for all of this. Because it means the world to me that, like I said, I don't advertise this. So this is entirely word of mouth. But yeah, that's where we are. This episode is now done. It'll go live tomorrow morning on everything. And then I've got the next 3 episodes are written. We're going to be recording them very soon, and I'm going to hunker down and get editing on them, get them done as quickly as I can. The game plan for most of the story, for those of you, I think all of you are aware at this point, but basically one of the main reasons that we're doing this kind of pseudo reboot is because I just felt that the story went too fast and we lost a lot of the world building. The plot is fine, the majority of the plot isn't going to change. There are going to be some small tweaks to it, but the majority of the plot won't change. But there's a lot of little things we missed out on, and there was a lot of weird, quirky shit for the town that I really wanted to do, and I really want to be able to focus on that. So we've got some really, really cool scenes coming up that will be like, we'll be going back to the motel that Tom and Janet stayed at the beginning of the original show, but we're going to be spending more time there. There's going to be characters there. There's going to be a little more fluff to it, a little more meat to it. And then we've got some cool shit in the town that we're going to be focusing on too. Is the video frozen for anyone else? I hope not. I guess I could go look at my own YouTube video.
I have it playing and it seems fine for me.
It seems fine. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just you. I'm so sorry. Let me just look. Is the video frozen for anyone else? I hope not. Nope. I can literally hear me. That seems okay. I could go look at my own YouTube. Close. I don't want me open.
Yeah. Lee again.
Yep. God damn it, Lee. Stop it.
I know.
Stop it.
It's because we didn't put him on the call, so he has to be here in spirit.
He could be. So here's the thing. The reason why he's not on the call is because he's stuck on the couch with a cat on him.
Oh, well, that is the first law of cats. You
Yeah.
can't move.
Yeah. Chedward, the big dumb orange boy, is absolutely sound asleep in his lap. Like literally like hugging him and not going to let him go. So yeah. So that's why. That's why. Okay. Without further ado, let's go ahead and let's dive into this, shall we? And feel free to throw your comments out there, but when we're all done, I will take some Q&A. I'll divulge some deep, dark secrets about this. Not really, but all right, let's start this off. I'm going to turn this audio way up. So please let me know if it is in fact running too quiet. I will see if there's any adjustments I can make. All right. JD one finger away from flipping the bird. All right.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Haunted House Flippers. A few notes and disclaimers before we begin. This show is a work of pure fiction. Should you find any similarities to anyone living, or dead, or to the experiences discussed, it is merely a coincidence. We would also like to state, quite proudly, that this show uses no AI for any of its creation. All of the writing, voice talent, production, and promotion are made by real people, and that will never change. Lastly, for the best audio experience, it is recommended that you listen to Haunted House Flippers with headphones whenever possible. For the rest of the details about the show, episode transcripts, links to social media, and merch, make your way over to our website at hhfpodcast.com. Thank you for your time. May your experience be splendid.
Hello, my spooktacular friends. Ghost Guy Tom here with an incredible life update. So very recently, my lovely wife Janet got the fantastic news that her aunt had died. Well, that's not the fantastic news. It's that she inherited a big old house from it. Wait, I should try that again. So my darling wife Janet got the fantastic news that her dead aunt gave her a house. Wait, that doesn't really make sense. So Janet's aunt, who is now deceased, left Janet, who is not deceased, her house, the dead aunt's house. It's Janet's now. Yeah, that works. Anyway, we are off to do the most extensive and in-depth paranormal investigation in the history of non-deceased people. Well, I am. I think my wife is really just wanting to rifle through the possessions of a dead aunt. Well, her dead aunt, not just a random one. Just to be clear. So, anyway, stay spooky, my friends, and remember, if you've got it, haunt it. Episode 28. home again. Are we there yet?
Oh, do not.
But are we?
Tom, if the car is still in motion and you are still in it, we are in fact not there yet.
Why did you list those things separately?
You know why.
Fair, but real question here.
I swear to God.
How much further is it? I'm out of snacks and I've read all my comics.
The GPS says about 30 minutes, which you could have just read yourself if you had just looked over.
True. It's cuter when you say it.
Why?
Because sometimes you kind of sound like the GPS lady's voice.
I'm not sure if that was intended as a compliment or not, but I want to make it clear that it isn't. In 9 miles, turn right onto Main Street. Oh my God.
See? It's cute.
Oh, Lordy, it's my mother. Hello, caller. You are live on the air with Janet and Tom. If you can answer this trivia question, you could win tickets to this summer's hottest music festival.
Janet, where are you?
I am sorry, caller. That is not the right answer. We were looking for Annie, are you okay?
Janet.
Mother.
Janet.
Mother.
I know where you are.
Oh, that is a terrifying sentence. Are you following me? Are you the black SUV that's been following us for the past 100 miles? Are you calling from the back seat? Are you in the trunk?
Janet, I got a copy of the will for your Aunt Kathy.
Oh. Oh. Cool, cool. Did she leave you anything interesting? I actually kind of forgot she had, kicked the bucket.
You've always been a terrible lawyer, Janet.
Listen, I'm good when I need to be.
Well, I know she left you her house, and I know that's where you're going.
Fine, yes, but also, how did you know that's where we are, though?
Tom told me. Janet, sweetheart, I knew Kathy was gonna do something like this, and I tried my damnedest to make sure she didn't.
Well, look, she succeeded in leaving me her luxurious mansion and probably the millions of dollars hidden in boxes. All to me.
I know you're trying to be funny, but it's really not a good idea. You know, I don't want you out there.
Yeah, right, yeah. You were very clear about that for years. But you have yet to tell me why. All you've ever said is Aunt Kathy changed and then got weird.
I'm sorry, sweetheart. It's just a lot, and it's very personal. And it's hard for me to talk about. What I can tell you is that this house is gonna be a wreck.
What do you mean?
I haven't been out that way in years, but the last time I did, it was falling apart, an absolute shambles. It was run down when she bought it, and she never did any upkeep. Not that she could have ever kept up with that monster of a house.
Wait, is it a big house? The notice I got did not have a lot of details. It just had the acreage and the estimated value.
It's massive! 15 people could live there comfortably, but it was just her. Just Kathy and all of her cats.
Are the cats still there?
I don't know. I believe a local shelter came in and found new homes for all of them.
Okay, good.
Your best bet is gonna be to take it and then either sell the property as it is or see what it would cost to bulldoze the place and just sell the land. You should still make a bit of profit on it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. But I still need to go. I need to do this for me, Mom. I know that me and Kathy weren't close, but she left me her whole house and I would love to know why. And if nothing else, I just want to go out there and pay my respects since there wasn't a funeral.
That's just how she was. She went from being tested to being a total recluse.
Ugh, I'm sorry, Mom, you're breaking up. I can barely hear you. We're in the middle of nowhere. I'll call you later.
I can't hear you, sweetie. Call me later. Be safe.
God damn it, Tom. I told you not to say anything.
I'm sorry. We were over for dinner. She asked me if we had any fun plans coming up.
What did you say?
I panicked. So I said we were gonna go visit your aunt. The one that isn't dead.
Wow. Oh, smooth save, you unfrosted Pop-Tart. I can't imagine how she put the pieces together.
I know, right?
You know I only have the one aunt, right?
And that's the one that's dead, right?
Well, no phone service, no music on streaming. CD player is broken. Guess we can try ye old radio again.
Yeah, I'll find us something. Nope, can't say I didn't try.
I guess we could just do that normal human couple thing and have a conversation.
What, like people?
Ugh, yeah, forget I mentioned it.
So, how are the kids?
We don't have kids.
Right.
Did you turn the oven off?
I've never used the oven in my life.
Right.
Oh my god!
What?
A house!
Oh my god, and it's really cute with its big old barn!
Is this civilization?
I think we need to see more than one house for that classification, but that was thrilling after an hour of just trees.
Does that cemetery count?
Absolutely. Alright, Chewie, where am I going?
Okay, so it looks like there's going to be a fork up here, and we keep right, and that will be Main Street.
Roger.
Whoa! Houses!
Wild. I just assumed we were going to be in the middle of the woods. Okay, here's Main Street. Oh my god, this town is cute!
What town is this?
Uncanunic? But I might be saying that wrong.
Okay, alright. Okay, there's a Chinese food place, there's a theater,
Oh.
a pizza place,
Yes!
and a comic shop. Okay, we live here now.
Okay, and not a chain restaurant in sight, for better or worse.
I am pretty sure that we passed the Dunks back there.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, we're looking to make a right onto Ruskin Road.
Nice alliteration.
Feels a little inappropriate right now, but thank you.
Tom, alliteration. Look it up sometime.
On it.
Not now, Tom. Focus.
Right. Sorry. Ruskin, right there.
Got it, Chewie. Oh, I bet this hill sucks in the winter.
Seriously. Okay, look for Palmer Street. Should be on your left.
There you are.
And now look for 708. Should also be on the left.
Okay, so the letter said the driveway is kind of hidden and overgrown, and to look for the big rooster mailbox directly across from it.
I'm sorry, the what?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what it said. Should be up here on the left. And, yep, that's a rooster mailbox.
It sure is. That is just a giant rooster for a mailbox. Wow.
Yeah. Here we are, I think. I hope.
Why is there a for sale sign out front?
I don't know. And why does the for sale sign look like it belongs in Silent Hill?
You mean like the house?
Oh. Oh, God. Well, I guess this is the place.
Wow. Just look at this place, though. It is so spooky. It is so creepy. It is so...
Bad.
I mean, not the descriptor I would go with, but you do you, darling. Anyway, let's go hunt some ghosts.
Okay, Tom, darling, I get that you're excited to go wander around an abandoned house that is falling apart, but are you putting on a head cam?
No?
No? Are you sure?
I mean, maybe. Possibly. Yeah. Why?
Take it off.
But
Take it off. 1, you look ridiculous. 2, we are about to meet a total stranger who seemed very nice on the phone and is very likely not prepared for the level of weird that you bring to the table.
What about your flavor of weird?
Okay, fair, but I am not wearing a hat.
Alright, that's valid.
Okay, also, maybe, remember that my aunt just died in this house and this person may have known her.
Oh, right, dead on. I forgot.
I need that on a sympathy card.
Give me 10 minutes with unsupervised internet access and I can make that happen.
Okay, maybe. But anyway, please take it off.
Okay, fine. But the recorder stays on.
Has it been on this whole time?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably, though.
Okay, wow. Oh, alright, that must be Edna's car. Can you let me do the talking on this one? There's likely a lot of legal jargon that I'll need to focus on.
Got it. All right, it is approximately 2:02 p.m. on Wednesday, April 15th, and we have arrived at the house. It is an old Victoria mansion built a long, long time ago, probably in like the 1400s or something.
It's Victorian.
Yeah, I know.
You said Victorian.
Yeah, I know.
But you have no idea when the Victorian era was, do you?
I have an approximate guess as to when she was.
She?
Victoria.
Oh my god. Also, it's not Wednesday.
I also have an approximate guess as to when we was.
R.
Yar.
You should not have had that energy drink.
All right, the mansion is a stunning example of antiquated architecture, the likes of which are long lost to the seas of time. Before me stands the decaying relic of a gorgeous Victoria mansion.
It's Victorian.
A lovely porch gently hugs the front entryway and large windows on the first floor. A stunning tower reaches up past the second and third floors and into the cloudy afternoon sky. While many of the windows are boarded up, I can see remnants of decorative stained glass adorning the borders of some of the larger windows. This house was a work of art when it was in its prime, but even now, it's still a masterpiece in its own way.
How?
How what?
How do you go from sounding like Shaggy running on too much caffeine to speaking so poetically?
That's the ADHD switch. It's like a motion sensor that's malfunctioning.
The thing is, I know this, and yet it always takes me by surprise.
I love you.
I love you too. Come on, let's go do this.
You know what? I like the boarded up windows. It's a nice touch. It's got a good zombie apocalypse vibe.
I really hope it's not a sign of what the inside is like.
Oh, hello! Hi, you must be Janet.
Hey, yeah, this is my husband, Tom.
Hello, Tom. Edna Martin. Pleasure.
So, this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
It seems to need a bit more work than I was expecting, or hoping.
I know next to nothing about home repair, but I do know that this place has definitely seen better days.
We noticed the very haunted for sale sign out front. What's up with that?
It would seem that your Aunt Kathy had put this place on the market several years ago, and it simply never sold. What's even more strange is that the realty office that's listed hasn't been around for quite some time.
And no one bothered to tell Kathy?
It's an unfortunate side effect of a business closing its doors. Not everyone who should be notified is notified. Also, before we continue, I do want to offer my sincere condolences on the passing of your dear aunt. Were you close?
Oh, thank you, but not really, no.
I didn't even know she was alive before she was dead.
Thomas!
What?
To be perfectly honest, it was very strange that she left me anything at all, let alone an entire house. I don't think I've seen her since I was maybe 10 or 11. I remember she called me the day I graduated high school, but I was too busy looking cool to take more than a few minutes to talk. I'm sorry, you didn't need to know any of that.
Oh, it's quite all right. We all handle grief differently and mourn in our own way, even if you don't realize you're doing it. You might simply be mourning the relationship you didn't get to have.
Do you have a second job as a therapist?
No. I dispense my wise old wisdom free of charge.
Did you know her?
I wish I could say I did. We had a couple of passing conversations over the years, but never anything that would have built a friendship. This is actually the first time I've set foot on this property. She did keep to herself in her last few years, there's no question in that.
I mean, no offense, but I kind of assumed a realtor would have looked at the property before selling it off.
Oh, none taken, dear. I'm not a realtor, nor am I selling this house. I am merely the intermediary to ensure that your signatures go in the right boxes in this stack of paper. And then I venture into the exciting world of delivering the documents to town offices for review and filing, of which I do neither.
So what is your job?
That is a question I ask myself every day, Janet. Most of my career has been somewhere in the town offices. These days, I mostly help out in various departments, running errands, working the exciting world of data entry and spreadsheets. Sometimes I even get to help out at the radio station.
So, what can you tell us about this place? It looks like it's keeping some wild secrets.
Oh, I truly wish I had interesting stories to tell you, because I'm sure you're right, Tom. Unfortunately, I simply carry the legal obligation of telling you the wildly dull facts about the house and the property, which are, admittedly, vague.
Vague?
Well, let's start with the part that makes sense. The land. If we head over to the end of the walkway here, you can mostly see everything. The property you own is just an acre and a half. 1.47 to be exactly not vague. Conveniently, the property has old corner markers down that way, following the road, and then the old stone wall, which goes all the way back there and then squares up with your driveway. Other than the house and the back lawn, there is a greenhouse and a gardening shed.
God, that's so much. I had no idea.
It is, and it isn't. I know you two aren't from around here, but this is a pretty common-sized plot of land for out this way. But it isn't for everyone. It really could be a gorgeous property, though.
So, what's the vague part?
The house.
Is it because it's haunted?
Maybe. Who's to say? My expertise is with Excel formulas and still knowing how to use microfiche.
You know what microfiche is?
Oh, Lord. Now you've done it.
Another time, Tom. We have more important matters at hand.
Fine.
The vague part. This building was constructed as a home, converted to a sort of convalescent home, and then back to...
Sorry to interrupt. What's a
convalescent home. It's... How best to explain it?
It's kind of like a private hospital, right?
In a way, yes. It was a board and care home, like a nursing home. Typically, a convalescent home was for the elderly, usually short-term and rehab care. But this facility was a bit different. All were welcome. Some patients were short-term for recovery. Some were lifetime residents. Some folks came here to live out the rest of their days in peace and quiet. Think of it like an assisted living facility, but without the usual age restriction.
So, what does that have to do with the vague details? That seems pretty straightforward.
Well, some parts of the building were later converted to be a home again, and others weren't. Typically, I could say this house has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and so on. This document literally has an estimated room count of 16 to 20 rooms, over 3 floors. I have no idea how many were bedrooms or were bedrooms, what's been renovated, what hasn't, or if there's even a bathroom inside.
There had better be a bathroom.
Oh, I'm certain there is. I do know that your aunt purchased this place at an auction. The auction would have presented the property in an as-is state, and likely only had details from its hospital days. So that just means.
That we get to explore a haunted hospital.
Well, it hasn't been a hospital in quite some time, but yes. If we could get the legal matters handled first, I'd be happy to walk around the property and then get you inside.
Oh, yes, of course.
Thankfully, this is all pretty straightforward. The transfer of estate and assets from Catherine Langford to Janet Miller. I am happy to explain each piece to you, but what you really need to be concerned with is acknowledgements of the size of the property, which is the 1.47 acres, and the existing structures, which is the house, one greenhouse, and a large shed. You also are now the legal owner of all possessions and items within the structures.
Important question. Am I inheriting any debt?
No, just her assets. While I am not a lawyer, I have had to deal with that sort of thing, and it's never pretty. We call this a clean slate inheritance.
And just out of curiosity, what happens if I don't sign this?
The usual. It'll be put up for auction and likely sell cheap. If the inside is anything like the outside, it'll be torn down and someone will build a couple
Hello,
of
hello,
condos
my
or something.
spooktacular friends. Tom here to report on a grand adventure. I am currently in uncooked Nook, I don't know, New Hampshire, I think, facing what may very well be the most haunted house in the history of houses that are haunted. An ancient vault of lost souls roaming the endless hallways and wailing into the darkness. My wife is currently signing the last bits of paperwork that will make this home officially ours. The moment that happens, I can begin setting up my equipment and live streaming every single piece of paranormal activity that will assuredly occur.
Tom.
3 floors, boarded up windows,
Tom.
a collapsing porch, vines overtaking the
Thomas.
ornate woodwork and architecture. I can only imagine the danger we will be in as soon as we step inside.
Timothy.
What evil might lurk
Samantha.
within those walls?
Tomato.
Huh?
Come on, we're gonna go see what the inside looks like. This porch is so sad and falling apart.
Yeah, but the vines are cool, though.
Yeah, but they're very bad for buildings.
Would you care to do the honors? It is your home, after all.
Sure. Yeah. At least the doors are really pretty. A little sad, but still pretty.
Ah, yes, my life motto. I kid. More importantly, here you are. The keys to your castle. Welcome to your new home, my dears.
Oh, yeah, no, we won't be moving in.
No? I feel like the two of you could do wonders for this old place.
Yeah, no. We have our lives pretty rooted back home. I'll likely spend a weekend or two going through Aunt Kathy's stuff and then probably just sell it off to someone who could make good use of it without destroying it.
Well, that's a shame, but I do understand. Might I suggest maybe taking a stroll through the town before you leave? It's really quite lovely, and has a rather unique charm about it. You might change your mind.
Can we, Mom? Please? Please? Huh? How about it?
Oh my god, Tom, do not. Yeah, sure, why not?
Lovely. Well, onward and inward, shall we?
Well, this is...
Amazing. Wow.
I suspect that you and I have very different definitions of the word amazing.
Okay. And how would you describe it?
It's kind of a dump.
Oh, it's not that bad.
No, your wife is right. I had no idea the condition the interior would be in. And this is definitely worse. than I had hoped.
We knew she had become a recluse, but I didn't think it would be like this. It's dark, musty, and it smells like the forgotten section of an antique shop.
I know, it is so great.
It is quite dark. The boarded up windows certainly aren't helping with the lighting.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Your guess is as good as mine. We had a bad hurricane come through a few years back, and a lot of folks took similar precautions. I guess Kathy just never took hers down.
It is certainly a vibe.
Your aunt was so cool.
I believe I found a light switch. Oh dear.
That's not a great sign.
I was afraid this might happen.
We have only just stepped foot into this house of mysteries, and already the spirits inside have prevented us from turning the lights on.
No, I'm afraid it's much worse than ghosts, Thomas.
Oh? Poltergeist?
Capitalism. It would seem the electric company has cut the power since Kathy's passing. I'm sure I can get them to turn it back on for a day or so, but considering the hour, I don't think they'll do anything until tomorrow. Would you be up for that?
Oh, we weren't planning to stay overnight.
But we could, though.
Well,
We have nothing going on tomorrow, and it was a really long drive. Do you honestly want to leave so soon?
okay, it was a long-ass drive. Are there any places to stay around here?
Darling, you have a whole house that's yours right here. I'm
Hmm.
kidding. You couldn't pay me to stay in here. There is a cute little motel down by the river, the Timber Falls Motel. A dear friend of mine runs it. Let me give her a call, and I'm sure I can get you two set up for the night. No charge.
Oh, thank you. You don't have to do that.
Please, I insist. It's my fault for not checking the power before you arrived, and I know you had a very long ride.
Let's do it, hon. We drove all this way. We have no plans for tomorrow, and it's really, really pretty out here. Plus, you really seem like you wanted to see at least some of your aunt's life. What do you say?
You know, I hate it when you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, sure, why not?
Oh, lovely. I'll give Marilyn a call right now and get you all set up. You two should go into town and see the sights and grab some dinner.
That sounds awesome. Thanks, Edna.
You are quite welcome. Enjoy yourselves.
You want us to call you tomorrow?
Only if you want to. I'm afraid I won't be much help with giving you a real tour, since I've never stepped inside either. And between you and me, exploring an abandoned, dusty old house really isn't something I fancy. But if you need me, just give me a ring.
You got it. Thanks, Edna.
Bye-bye, Tom and Janet.
Well,
Well,
yep,
uh-huh.
that's our house.
Yeah. Well, technically it's your house. I'm just along for the ride.
Yeah, but we're married.
Yeah, I'm not really sure that matters from a legal point of view.
Okay, but hear me out. That right there, that is my new disaster. You are my old disaster. It's like two peas in a pod.
Who are you calling old? You're older than me.
Look, it's like peanut butter and jelly, but both sides were dropped on the floor.
Is that a compliment?
But you picked them up quick. They landed sticky side down, so does the 5-second
Janet?
rule still apply?
Darling,
Probably not, or at least it shouldn't, but then you gotta ask, how hungry are you?
how hungry are you?
Fucking starving.
Thought so. Okay. Chinese? Pizza? Both? Like General Gao's pizza?
Jesus, Tom, that's a wide spectrum of options. Wait. General Gao's pizza?
Yeah.
You know, I'd try it.
Right? Like if instead of tomato sauce, use like the general sauce as the base and then layered crispy chicken on it.
Okay, sold. Who be this?
Hello, friends. A sudden change of events. A suspicious humanoid figure has just suspiciously pulled into the driveway in what appears to be a suspiciously old silver and gray hearse. How suspicious.
Tom, just because you've never met someone does not immediately make them suspicious. Also, it's a station wagon, you walnut.
The bipedal creature has parked, is now opening the driver's side door, and is now beginning to emerge suspiciously out of what is very clearly a hearse.
Station wagon.
My apologies for the sudden intrusion, but when I heard that I would have new neighbors, I just needed to come by and properly welcome you. You must be the Millers. I'm your neighbor, Lee.
Haunted House Flippers is an original comedy horror podcast written and produced by J.D. Laureate, who voices Tom Miller. Janet Miller is voiced by our co-writer Melissa Oakes Dunn, and Lee is brought to life by our other co-writer and graphic designer Adrian Johnson. A special thanks to Dawn Belland for lending her voice for both Janet's mom as well as Edna Martin. And finally, as a reminder, no AI was used in any aspect of this show. We greatly appreciate your patience as this small team works to fit this show into their very busy daily lives. If you haven't seen it already, we have a website with all kinds of cool information about the show, as well as links to merch and our recently updated Discord. You can find it all at hhfpodcast.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and remember, if you've got it, haunt it. Well, all right. Welcome back, Dawn.
Oh, thanks.
Hello. Oh, God, you're so loud. I need to turn you down.
Shit.
Jesus.
No, it's-
All right. Who was that at the end? Sounded like a nerd. Yeah, he's a big fucking nerd. Actually, kind of a short nerd. Short king nerd. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I basically spent most of the episode taking notes of little things I needed to tweak. Thankfully, it wasn't too much. I definitely need to fix the audio on Tom's introduction at the beginning. That was a little louder than everything else. But yeah, God.
I spent most of the episode doing that thing where you try not to melt into the floor because you're hearing your own voice back.
Yeah, I did that a lot when I first started doing this. Just because of like streaming and doing music stuff, I finally got used to it. But yeah, I'm still not a fan. So, so a few things I want to talk about with this episode. So I think most of you know by now that I like to make all of my own sound effects. First and foremost, actually, fuck AI. I will. A lot of you have commented on the post that I put up, and on the disclaimer that we have at the beginning. I will never use AI on the show. I won't use it for art. I won't use it for writing effects. Nothing. Fuck AI. So I don't like downloading sound effects unless it's something I absolutely do not have access to. And what sucks is that the sites that I use are now becoming flooded with AI generated slop, and it's so noticeable. But like the main reason I don't use them is because when you're working with audio creation like this, think of the sound as being in a room. You know, it has the sound has like a space to it. And a lot of the stuff is like crystal clear, or it's recorded on like a super high-end mic, and it doesn't fit the show. Like this show's crunchy. You know, everything's done through Tom's recorder, but like everything's kind of crunchy. So I like to record on my own whenever I can. That's why like I put up that video of poor Adrian having to sit in the truck with me at like 10 o'clock at night in 30-degree weather while I crumpled bags slurped from a mostly empty Dunks cup and threw some comic books around, because they're very specific sounds that I need. And I can't just download those. Like the headlamp or the head cam scene. Those are all real effects. I don't have a head cam, but it's just from a headlamp that I would use like walking around at night. So I just recorded all the clicks and snaps that it does. I literally like held the recorder near me and like put it on and clicked things around. Like that's just what I do. I will say the biggest nightmare of this episode though was the truck sounds, the car. Oh my God. So I was explaining this to a couple of people and I was like, so normally whenever there's a car scene, Tom and Janet they're just driving somewhere, so I can just have ambient engine in the background. But this scene, comic book and truck MP4. What did I name it? I think it's called Tom Sounds. But in this case, the driving is important. It's not just background sound. It's them looking for streets. It's them turning onto these different roads. Which means I need to have that in there, which isn't just a directional. Like, that's the easy part. But what happens when you make a turn? You don't just not slow down. So I needed to have deceleration. I needed to have braking. And there's literally a comment about going up a hill, which I don't know why I fucking did that. There's probably never going to be a reference to that hill ever again. But I needed the sound of the car going up a hill. So I literally went and got in my truck and drove around town and recorded all of that. Because it's specific, but I never want to.
To be fair, it reads properly.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad because like it's. I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the audio. Like I need the sounds to sound real, and I know I've mentioned this 100 fucking times every time I've done like a live edit or a session or anything like that. But you know, the best advice I was ever given was I was told the most important sound effects to put into an audio drama are the effects that no one will notice. But the thing is that they will notice them when they're not there. Because when you're working in the world of only audio, there's a big difference between a room that's dead quiet with no sound and no audio. No audio is a weird void. Sorry, I just look over and Adrian just changed my nickname on our chat to tomsounds.mp3. Gotta change my Discord name in a second. Jesus. Oh my God.
Right? That's what I thought when I heard that he's called it Tom Sounds. I'm like, how many of those are you going to have? Like 1 through 1,000?
Yeah, there's a lot of them. They are labeled like 1, 2, 3. It's just Tom. So if it's something specific, I name it that. Like if it was just the comic books, I would call it like comic book. But it wasn't. It was a whole bunch of stuff. So it was like Tom Truck Sounds or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah. So like if you have no sound, it's this weird void. This weird there's nothing there. But if you just record an empty room, there's this kind of like open mic hiss sound to it. It's inaudible, but there's still space. And so like that's why I always have ambient sounds. Like I have whenever they're outdoors, like yeah, you hear birds and stuff, but I have like 5 or 6 different ambient outdoor sounds. Not all of them have birds. Some are better than others. Some I've re-recorded and whatnot. But I gotta have something because if not, they're not in a space. They're just in this like empty void reading lines, and it's very noticeable. Which reminds me, I need to redo that ambient outdoor sound. There's a car that goes by, and I noticed, which that's fine. I don't mind having a car go by. They all have that. But one of them goes by and it sounds like a TIE fighter, like adjacent. And I'm like, what is that sound? I'm like, oh, it's a car. Okay. I think there was a Tumblr post about someone working an office job where a crew came in to film. The sound guys needed the sound of people being quiet, but specifically in an office. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. And the really weird part is that when it comes to sound engineering, daytime ambiance is different than nighttime ambiance. Nighttime has a different, like almost reverb to it. It's why things sound different at night. Things sound louder. And then you get into winter when during a snowstorm, like for those of you who experience snow, when you've got like a nice snowfall coming down, everything is muffled and it's just dead silent, but there's still something. It's wild. And I am such a perfectionist, and there's so many things that y'all probably never even noticed that I put in the background, but that's fine because you'd notice if it wasn't there. It would feel so empty. I also, I got to re-record New Footsteps. I've only got one that's like good. All the other ones are they're just bad audio. But unfortunately, I've got snow now, so I can't do that because it's not snowing in Tom and Janet's world. And Adrian commented about pizza. So the story behind General Gao's Pizza, I didn't make this up. There used to be near a place I used to work. I would drive by it every day. And I saw a sign one day for General Gao's Pizza, and I was wildly intrigued. But then I realized that it wasn't a restaurant. It was a gas station that shouldn't have been selling food that they were selling. So yeah, I don't want to try an experimental pizza from a gas station, but I've never forgotten the idea of General Gao's Pizza, and I really want to try it. And the reason why I think it would work is because, like, anytime you find a place that does like a barbecue chicken pizza, you can ask them to use the barbecue sauce as the sauce instead of tomato sauce, and then layer it with stuff you put on a barbecue, and it's really good. At least I think it's really good. Pizza purists would disagree.
That's true.
Yeah, because Domino's has I think it's like the Mediterranean chicken pizza.
Uh-huh.
And it's like barbecue sauce is the base. It's grilled chicken. And then I usually add like some veggies, some bacon, maybe some pineapple. It's so good. I can't remember the rooster's name. Has been replaced by the sign. That would be Jefferson. I was going to say Jackson. It's Jefferson. Jefferson has not been replaced. Don't worry. Jefferson is still in the show. So is Cilantro. Don't worry. Cilantro will still exist. Natalie will still exist. They were specifically requested. So when we did our big announcement of redoing this, I had mentioned I was going to do a reboot request thread on the Discord, and y'all could tell me what are things that are really important to you that you don't want to see go away. And that was like the first thing was like, don't get rid of Cilantro. Don't get rid of Natalie. I would riot if Jefferson was written. No, I love Jefferson. Jefferson and Natalie were two of the hardest sound effects to put together. You're going to be shocked to know I did have to go and download the rooster effects and the raccoon effect. I don't have access to a raccoon, which is very disappointing. Considering where I live, it's very disappointing. Dawn, why don't we have raccoons as pets?
It's illegal in this state.
That's stupid. That's a good reason, but that's stupid.
There are a few nearby states where you can have them.
I'm too ADHD to not want to try General Gao's Pizza. All right, I'm gonna have to make it. I think. I wonder.
Yeah.
You know what? Or we could make the base of a pizza. Go and order some good Generals, and then just put that on, and then bake it.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So I know.
Yeah.
So Dawn, what are you doing? Not this coming weekend after.
See, I'm free today, but next weekend I'm busy on Sunday.
Oh, you're busy on Sunday. I'm busy on Saturday. Okay, all right, maybe the week after, or come over during the
Or
week.
Friday evening.
Yeah,
just some random day.
A random day.
Thursday?
You live like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not far. We can make this happen.
Yeah, raccoons are also terrible pets. I know they're actually terrible pets, but the little hands. They have little hands. They're so cute.
They'd basically be little drunk roommates. You
Yeah.
can't think of them as pets. You have to think of them as terrorists,
Right.
and then you'll be fine.
So I do have a story for y'all. And for those of you who have like places to be, I'm just gonna babble about show aspects and some of the story stuff. So feel free if you just were here to listen to the episode. Don't worry about it. I'm not offended. I can't even tell how many people are here. I'm just seeing comments. So quick fun story. Actually, Dawn, I don't think you know this story. I need to pull up. Where is it? There. So during the episode, my girlfriend texts me with, that was a good door sound. So there's there's a story behind the door sound. The door that you heard when they opened isn't just any specific door. It's the office door to a hotel that my girlfriend and I stayed at, which was straight. That honestly should just be a Haunted House Flippers episode on its own. Okay. So we had gone out to the Connecticut Renaissance Fair, and they were doing a late night event that we wanted to go to. So we decided to not worry about driving 3.5 hours home, middle of the night. So we got a room nearby. So for those of you who don't know, I worked Renaissance fairs for like 20 years. I worked at this fair for a long, long time. This was the first year I didn't work it. I would normally camp on site. We had a few years where the site got flooded. So I know the hotels in the area. So I'm like, all right, no problem. I'll get us a room. It's usually like a 10 or 15 minute drive to the site. No big deal. So I'm like, I'll get us a room. So I start looking around, and like, they're all, like 10, 15 minutes. There was one that was like 7 minutes from site called the Grand Lake Hotel. And I'm like, I have never heard of this. I've stayed in hotels here. I've never heard of this. And it was really cheap. I'm like, all right. So I'm looking at the room and I'm like, it's fine. It's got a small amount of reviews, but they're all good. I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I don't even care if it's a dump. We're only staying one night. So we get there. The sign, all right. So we're going down this very wooded road, and it is across the street from Grand Lake. The sign looks like a sign out of Silent Hill. It is just a light brown square sign with just Times New Roman text, Grand Lake Hotel. So we pull in, it's a sharp left you pull in, and it's just lined with these giant trees. And like, as we come around, to our right is this big white building that I made the bold assumption would be, the hotel. And then it turns to the right into the parking lot. There's only like 3 cars. Now, mind you, when I booked the room, it said that this was the last room available, but there's only 3 cars here. As you turn in the parking lot, at the other end was another smaller building. There was a door, light was on, and it had a little like marquee sign. And my immediate thought was, I'm like, that looks like a little restaurant bar thing. I'm like, that's cool. We can go over get some food. So we park. And told my girlfriend, I'm like, you hang out here. I'm like, I'm going to go figure out where to check in. Because a lot of times I've stayed in a hotel, like, you get your key card and they're like, park around the other side. That's the easiest way to get to your room. I'm like, I'll go figure out where we are first. So I go up to the main building that I assume is the hotel. And I open the door, and it's a hallway that's going across. And it really doesn't look like a hotel. This looks like an apartment. And to my left is this derelict in-ground pool room, like swimming room, with like construction stuff everywhere. To my right are steps that go up, and then there's a locked door with like a key card reader with like a ring, like a ring security thing. And I'm like, okay, this is not the hotel. I'm like, I am in somebody's apartment, so I leave. I'm like, okay. I'm walking out, and a couple of people were walking. I'm like, hey, where do I check in? And they pointed over at what I thought was the restroom. I'm like, okay. So I go over there, and I open the door, and it's this very small room. It's like the equivalent to this little studio here. And there's this young kid sitting there who has like a Twitch stream playing on his computer. He looked like he was at best like 20 years old, and he was super polite, super nice. And so I go to check in, and I see him grab a key card. All of this is normal, except for the layout. He grabs a key card. I see him grab a sticky note, and he writes a thing on it and wraps it around it. And then instead of handing it to me, he stands up and he goes, okay. He's like, follow me. I'm like, I'm getting escorted to my room. Where am I going? So we go back across the parking lot. We go into what I thought was an apartment. He scans the key card for the ring door, and it goes, bing bong, hello. And then we walk in, and the carpet is like the Temu version of the carpet from The Shining. And there's like 4 rooms in this hallway, and there's like a hallway to the left that goes to like the stairs, and like there's like vending machines and shit there. But there's only like 4 doors on right when you walk in, and we were the last one. And he hands me the sticky note, which has a 9-digit code, because the lock on the door is like what you would have on your house, like a push button number lock. Okay, bud. All right, sure. So I go back out. So he lets me in. I go back out to go get my girlfriend and go get our stuff. Also, when we were pulling in, we noticed cats. We were very excited. There were some adorable feral cats. So I go back out, and this one cat comes barreling over to me and is all over me. And I'm like, we might be taking a cat home. The cat really wanted to get in the truck. So we're unloading everything from the truck, and my girlfriend goes, "What is that sound?" And I hear crunch, crunch, crunch. And I look up. There's like 2 or 3 deer, like 15 feet from us, munching on crab apples up against the side of the building. So it's just like, what are you, this fucking Disney princess? So we grab our stuff, we go to the door, and so the deer have now moved. They're over by the walkway. They don't care. So we go in, and we realize that this front door makes the most god-awful creak, like nightmare horror movie creak. And she was like, "You should record this for the show." I'm like, "I'm definitely going to." The room itself was weird. We don't think this used to be a hotel. Like, it feels like it used to be like an assisted living place converted to a hotel. But later on, so we get back from the fair, and we realize we were out of toilet paper. So I'm like, all right, we couldn't find any in the room, no storage. So I'm like, I'll walk over to the office. I get over there, and it's the same kid. I don't think this kid left. He might be a ghost. I don't know. But I walk into the office, and the door that closes behind me is this awful sound. And I said to the kid, I'm like, "Can I ask a really weird request?" He's like, "What's?" I'm like, "Can I record this door?" He's like, "What? Why?" So I explained it to him. He's like, okay. So bear with me for a second. I believe these are the 2 recordings right here. I don't remember which order they are, but you'll if you hear the hello, it's the hotel one. But door. I always labeled them. Wait for it. That was the office. That was the office door. And then we have this one. Door 2. I don't know why my voice was so low there, but. I think I was moving through the hall. Hi.
Wow.
Wait for it. It ain't done. This door closed so slow.
Wow.
I've decided. All right, so what I used in the show was the office door. That sound, I've decided I'm going to slow that down like 1,000% and like drop the octaves and make it a monster sound for something. I don't know what. I have no plan, but like that low. I'm like, that's gonna be.
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the story of the incredibly haunted hotel that we went and stayed at. Someone's about to get gone.
This whole building's a mimic.
Right. Oh yeah, jumping back, because I made a note of a thing I wanted to comment on, was in regards to things people may or may not notice, talking about the ambient sound versus the void of having no audio. Whenever Lee's around, I remove ambient audio. So whenever Lee shows up, you'll notice like the birds stop. There's no birds. There's no ambient background sound at all. It's just Lee existing in a void. So yeah. So a few of you have been asking about changes to the story. So I'm going to run through a couple of things real quick. I don't want to take up too much time here because we're already over an hour into this. So some notable changes to the show that we've noticed so far. One, Janet is no longer awful. For the first handful of episodes. I am so happy to be able to redo that now. I love both the story and the door sound. Thank you. So the main one, Tom no longer inherits the house. Janet does. And the reason why we did that is because Janet is a really good, strong character. And we wanted to give her something a little bit bigger to focus on. Also with the whole like Janet's vision stuff coming into play, it just made more sense that this is the house that she's inheriting and not Tom. Plus, Tom is already a big character for being the comic relief, so it just worked out. So that's really the only big stuff I can really tell you about at the moment. Other than, like, as I already mentioned, like, we're going to see a lot more of, like, the town. I'm excited to show y'all both the motel. The motel has a lot more personality. But there will be a diner in the town, which is modeled after my favorite diner that I grew up going to, which I will give background once that episode hits. Yeah, so in terms of story, like obviously at the end of the last episode, it was Tom and Janet fleeing the house and they just mysteriously disappear into a wall of noise because... well, they can't leave, and we're playing with one of my favorite concepts, which is alternate universe concepts. So they have been tossed back in time, well, not back in time, into a different timeline to do it all again, but a little bit different. I never thought Janet was terrible in the first few episodes. I appreciate that. It was just noted by a good amount of people that she was borderline abusive to him, and that there were a lot of people that were like, I really hate that she's so mean to him for something that he is just passionate about. And my reason for changing it was because that was never my intent. I never wanted to give that impression that she like wasn't supportive. I wanted her mostly to be snarky, but it didn't come off that way in the writing. And it took me a little bit to really get a good understanding. It took a bit for both me to write her and flesh out the character, but also for Melissa to really take ownership of her and make her who she is now. So I really wanted to just focus on the fact that they are a ridiculously gross couple. All right. I think that's going to do it. I'm going to give y'all like a minute here while I kind of close things out. If you guys have any questions for me, toss them out, or if not, jump into the Discord. If any of you are still in the old Discord, like I still look at it because some of you haven't moved over, but I do have a combined Discord, which is both Haunted House Flippers and my Twitch stream stuff, because I am really bad at managing Discord, and managing more than one is impossible. She always just seemed snarky. I always thought she was lovingly playful. I'm glad. I really am happy to hear that not everybody thought that she was an abusive, terrible human.
Yeah, once you'd pointed it out, I went back and read the script and realized she was kind of mean, but I also never got that vibe when I first listened.
That's good. All right. I think that's going to do it for now. Thank all of you for coming and hanging out with me. I'm going to do this for every episode. We'll do a little live listen. I'm going to try and get the next one out in sometime early January. Fingers crossed. I'm not promising anything because it's not even recorded yet, so I can't even start editing. But also the holidays are going to fuck everything up because they always do. So I will get something out in January / as soon as possible, but there shouldn't be any more long hiatuses. I will keep everyone updated. The question, is the next episode out yet? Thanks. No, just go and re-listen. Actually, it's fun. I could be really mean and just release scripts from the episodes that are never going to come out.
Ooh.
Right? Because I do have. Because the last episode that went out was 26, which was Through the Looking Glass. Right? I think that was the last one. Is that this? Let me look. Yeah, Through the Looking Glass was 26. There is, technically, an episode 27, 28, and 29 that were written. Actually, how much of these were written? 27. What are you? It has no title. Are you actually written? Yeah, that's 20 pages of dialogue. I'm curious. Maybe we'll do a live read of these at some point. That might be fun. 28. How long were you done? Yep, 28 was done. No name on that one either. Did I finish 29? Yeah, 29's a full episode too. Deleted unseen reading material. Yeah. Oh, it's got Opal and Juniper in it, and a character that doesn't exist.
And a mystery doesn't exist.
No, as a librarian. I'm going to be honest. I wrote these back. August of 24 was episode 29. I don't remember what's in them. I love ADHD memory loss. I was joking with Dawn when we first got on the call when I was just starting up the stream. I was looking at the old episodes and I opened one up and I'm like, Halloween episode? I don't remember doing it. We did a Halloween. I'm like, I must have written one and we never did it. Like, and I was thinking like the Christmas episode. And then I looked and I'm like, no, we did do this. I just don't remember it. I honestly could listen. I could listen to the show and hear everything for the first time again. I love ADHD memory loss. It's great. It's a good time. Don't recommend. 0 out of 10. All right, friends. I'm going to bounce. Thank you all for coming to hang out with me. And yeah, I will see you guys on Discord. I sometimes stream on Twitch when I have the time. But we'll do another one of these next time that I've got a release. This will come out full episode. What you just heard comes out publicly tomorrow, 8 a.m. Eastern. But thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you. All right. See you real soon. See you, everyone.